Okay, let's talk about one of the most common, and let's be real, one of the most awkward things that happens in our social lives. You meet someone, and poof, their name is just gone, literally seconds after you heard it. So why does this happen to pretty much all of us? Let's get into it.
You know that feeling, right? That little moment of panic. Someone introduces themselves, "Hi, I'm Alex," and your brain just doesn't grab it. It's like it goes in one ear and out the other, and you're left there just smiling and nodding, hoping they never ask you to repeat it.
Yeah, you're shaking their hand, you're making eye contact, you're trying to be a normal human being, but that name, it just seems to evaporate into thin air. It's such a universal thing, but man, it can really make you feel like you've got a terrible memory.
But here's the really good news. This isn't actually a personal failing. It doesn't mean you're rude, and it doesn't mean your memory is broken. Psychologically, it's just a feature of how our brains are wired. So you can take a deep breath and relax.
So if it's not our fault, then what is actually happening up there? Why does our brain decide a name isn't worth keeping? Well, it's a super fascinating process, and it tells us a lot about how we work. Let's dig into the first big reason.
So, our first major clue is all about how our brain sorts information. See, it has a really strong preference for certain kinds of data. And, well, names kind of fall into the wrong bucket.
Think about it. A name is just a label. The word Sarah or David is totally arbitrary. It's a random sound, a piece of data that, on its own, has no meaning. Your brain has nothing to connect it to, so it struggles to find a place to file it away.
And this really shows you the heart of the problem. On one side, you've got names. They're abstract, they're disconnected. But on the other side, you've got stories. Now, if that same person told you they were a deep-sea diver who wrestled sharks for fun, you would never forget that. Why? Because it's a story. It's rich, it's connected, it creates a picture. Your brain absolutely loves that stuff. Abstract labels, not so much.
Okay, the second big factor here is all about attention, or really the lack of it. When you're in an introduction, you have to ask, is your brain even truly listening to the name in the first place? Just think about everything that's happening in that one moment. A crazy amount of social stuff is going on. You're trying to make good eye contact, you're managing the handshake, you're thinking about what you're going to say next. Your brain is basically juggling like a dozen different tasks, and listening is just one of them.
And this list is just so real, isn't it? Your internal monologue is going wild. Is this handshake weird? Am I being awkward? What do I say? And here's the irony. That one panicked thought, don't forget their name, can actually be the very thing that makes you miss it. So the bottom line is that this all creates some serious mental overload. Your brain's processing power is just maxed out. So it's not really that you heard the name and then forgot it. It's more like the name never even got through all that mental noise to be stored at all.
All right, now for our third reason, and this one goes way, way back. We're talking about your brain's evolutionary programming. It's like the ancient survival software that's still running in the background.
For literally thousands of years, being able to recognize a face was critical. Is this person a friend or a foe? Are they from my tribe? Your brain evolved to be an absolute expert at facial recognition because, it was a matter of life and death. Their name, however, not so essential. So when you see a new face, your brain just kicks into high gear. It's logging the structure, the expression, the whole visual package. It is incredibly good at storing this kind of complex visual information.
But the name that's attached to that face, well, to your ancient survival software, that's just an optional extra. The face is the critical file. The name is just a flimsy little tag you can attach to it, or not. And this all brings us to the final clue. Memory works by making connections. To remember something new, your brain desperately tries to hook it onto something you already know. But in a quick introduction, there's just no time to build that bridge. The name comes in, your brain looks around for a connection, it finds nothing, and it just says, nope, not important, and tosses it.
So let's put it all together. You forget names because, 1, they're abstract labels with no meaning. 2, your attention is split a million different ways. 3, your brain is way more interested in the face. And 4, there's no immediate link to your existing memories. It's a perfect storm of your brain working exactly the way it's designed to. It's not you, it's just wiring.
And, understanding this stuff isn't just about feeling better about forgetting names. It's actually a key to understanding human behavior on a much deeper level. Once you know why our brains take these little shortcuts, you start seeing these patterns everywhere. You become a better observer of people, picking up on the subtle clues of where their attention is really focused. So,
Here's a thought. The next time you meet someone new, instead of panicking about their name, just try to observe. Now that you know what to look for, what hidden details about communication and attention can you spot? What else do you notice that other people are completely missing? Something to think about.